All right, so this is the video for the balancing equations practice worksheet, the one that says with me, because we're going to do most of it together to get you used to what you have to do. Okay, so my suggestion is to do this on a separate piece of paper. I'm not going to because it's too hard on the video, all right? But I recommend that you have space on a separate piece of paper to do this. All right, so remember, these are the reactants. These are the products. So we're gonna make our little chart, reactants, products. All right, number of iron atoms is 1. Number of oxygen atoms on this side of the equation, there are 2, okay? Number of iron atoms here is 3, and the number of oxygen atoms here is 4. Okay. So we're going to start with the easy one first, which is our ones that have a 1 as their subscript. Okay, so we need 3. We can multiply this times 3, which will make this 3. Okay, done. Sweet. Okay. Now we have O2. We have 4, so we can multiply this times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And there we go. Balance the equation. 3Fe2. So 3 times 1 is 3. 3, 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4, 4. We did it. All right, we'll do the next one. Sr plus O2 yields SrO. Okay, so again, we're going to make our little chart, reactants and the products. For strontium, we have 1 on this side and 1 on this side. That's easy, okay? And then for oxygen, we have 2 on this side and 1 on this side. Again, you're looking at the subscripts and just writing reactants and products. Reactants, products. All right, these are not even, so if we multiply this times 2 on the product side, so now we have 2 oxygen. That works. But now we've also changed the strontium. We also multiplied that times 2. So now we have 2. And we have 1 over here. Well, that's not going to work. So if we multiply this one times 2, now we have 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay? All right, number 3. Tin plus sodium hydroxide yields sodium tin oxide. I don't know the name for that. And then just a molecule of hydrogen. All right. Okay. Make our chart, reactants versus products. We have tin, sodium, oxygen, and hydrogen. So for 10 on this side, we have 1. On this side, we have 1. Sodium on this side, we have 1. On this side, we have 2. Oxygen on this side, we have 1. On this side, we have 2. Hydrogen on this side, we have 1. And on this side, we have 2. Okay, this is very not balanced. So let's get to work. Remember, easy ones first. So let's see, which one is the easiest? Probably this one. All right, so let's do the tin. Oh, that's already balanced. Okay, well, let's go to the next easiest one. Sodium. All right, we have 2 on this side, 2 on this side. So if you put a 2 here, that makes this 2. But it also makes these 2 too. Oh, hey. Wow, one number fixed everything. That's awesome. All right, so balanced, 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 balanced. Yay. Sn plus 2 NaOH yields Na2SNO2 plus H2. We did it! Super easy. Let's go to the next one. Number 4. We have our chart, reactants and products. Okay? We're going to list our elements. K and Br. So potassium on this side we have 1, on this side we have 1, bromine on this side we have 2, on this side we have 1. Not even. Okay, let's multiply this side by 2, which means now we have 2 bromines, but we also have 2 potassiums. Okay, so that means we have to fix this number over here, which would be multiply this one times 2. So that would make this times 2, and even. Done. All right, let's go to the next one. C8H18 plus O2 yields CO2 plus H2O. This is a version of cellular respiration, sort of. Using oxygen to break down a molecule into carbon dioxide and water. Sound familiar? Miss, when are we ever going to use this again? Anyway, we're going to list our elements, C, H, and O. Okay? On the reactant side, we have 8 carbons. On the product side, we have 1 carbons. On the reactant side, we have 18 oxygens. On the product side, we have 2 oxygens. On the reactant side, we have 2 oxygens, and on the product side, we have 1, 2, plus 1 is 3 oxygens. All right, now remember, anything that's in 2 places, we're gonna leave that one for last, okay? So even though it's by itself over here, it's gonna be too hard to do over here, so we'll leave that one out. Let's see. Let's start with carbon, shall we? All right, we have 8 on this side. We need 8 over on this side. So the easiest thing to do would be to multiply this times 8, which would make this 8. But it would also change our oxygens to, what's 8 times 2? 16 plus 1? Yeah, 16 plus 1. All right, so these are okay. Let's look at our hydrogens then. We have 18 on this side and 2, so we need 18, so we'll multiply times 9. Okay, so if I put 9 over here, that makes this 18, and then that makes this a 9. What is 16 plus 9? 25, which is 25. Okay, here's the problem. 25, not divisible by 2. Oh dear. So what do we do? Well, we might have to make some other adjustments. So let's see. Let me make sure I didn't do that wrong. 16, 17. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Because you can't have 12.5 atoms of or molecules of oxygen. That doesn't work. So what can we do? Okay, let's change this to 10. I'm gonna put a 2 here. So I'm gonna redo my chart, okay? This is why I say use a pencil. All right, so I'm putting a 2 in front of the biggest molecule to give us more molecules. So 2 times 8 is 16. And then 2 times 18 is 36. Okay, then we still have our 2 oxygens over here. Then So I erased all my coefficients because I'm starting over. So I have 1 here, 2, 3, sorry, 2 hydrogens, 1 carbon, and then I have 2 plus 1 oxygens. Okay. Carbon, I need 16, so if I multiply this times 16, that is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. So now I've got 32 plus 1. Okay, hydrogen's 36. 36 divided by 2 is 18. So now I have 18. Which gives me 36. Okay, and then that also gives me plus 18. Oh, look. So this is 50, which is divisible by 2, is 25. So that makes this 50. This side is 50. 32 plus 18, 50. There you go. 2C8H 1825O2 yields 16 CO2 plus 18 H2O. It's a very, very large reaction, oxygen-wise. All right. So number 6, reactants and products. We're gonna list our elements: antimony and iodine. Okay. We have 1 antimony on this side, 1 on this side. We have 2 iodine on this side and 3 on this side, okay? This is already balanced, so I have to do check marks on that. Here, got to find a common denominator or common number. In this case, it's easily identified as 6, okay? So if we multiply this one times 3 and this one times 2, okay, so 2 here and a 3 here, that makes this 6. 6 and 6. Good. Except now we've also changed the antimony. So now we have 2 antimony on this side and only 1 over here, which means we can just multiply this by 2, which makes this 2, which is equal. Okay? These are really just solving problems using numbers. It's like puzzles, like Sudoku or something. You're just putting in numbers until it's even. Okay. Good morning. So this is the last one that I'm going to do with you, and then you can do the rest on your own. See if you can do them. Come up to me and check if you got them correct, and then you can work on the worksheet, the practice worksheet. All right, so we have COCl2 plus H2O yields HCl plus CO2. So I'm going to make my chart. I have my reactants and my products. So I have carbon, oxygen, chlorine, and hydrogen. Okay, so for C on this side I have 1, C on this side I have 1, O on this side I have 1, 2, on this side I have 2. Cl I have 2 on this side and I have 1 on this side. H I have 2 on this side and 1 on this side. Okay, so for Cl and H we need to do this times 2. Well, that's easy. Okay, that turns this into a 2 and that turns this into a 2. And now everything's balanced. So easy. Okay? All right, so you're gonna do 8 through 13. See if you can do them on your own. Come up to my desk. You can look at the answer key and check your work to see if you got them correct. Then once you have done that, you're going to need to work on these. This is a front and back worksheet. the balancing equations practice problems, and on the other side there's more balancing equations. If you come across the same equations on both sheets, then you only have to do it one time and you can just fill it in on the other one. Okay? These, you're going to need notebook paper to do them. You can just fill in the answers here, but you are going to need notebook paper. And these are due by the end of class. Thanks.